The date is November 7th of 2006, just under a year after the Xbox 360's release. Epic Games blew the competition out the water with their game Fortnite. Wait, what? No? It's not Fortnite? No, of course it's not. This was way before Epic Games' biggest creation was having one of their characters do the Carlton. No. Epic Games released Gears of War, a third-person shooter based on the fictional planet of Sierra, a world ravaged in war between humanity and a fictional race of humanoid monsters that lived under the surface called the Locust. Now I know what you're thinking. I've heard this story before. A monster comes out the bottom of the earth and begins to attack humanity, and they have to form some sort of alliance to destroy the monsters. But Gears of War did it a little bit different. Gears of War made out that the monsters were here first. We were living on their planet, sort of like Planet of the Apes sort of deal. This was different for the time, not different in terms of narrative, different because we got a sort of movie plot towards the game, which we didn't really get back then. This is 2006, you know, games like Halo, where you had to really step into its movie narrative in Halo 3, 4 and 5, but it was special, it was certainly something special. Now Gears of War released when I was just 7 years old, so why was I playing it? Well, that's the start of my story. My dad bought himself an Xbox 360 around the time Gears of War was released, and he gave me and my brother very strict instructions. Do not go on the Xbox. So we went on his Xbox, obviously. He had 2 games, Need for Speed Most Wanted, and what's that? Who's he? Why is there fire? Is that a chainsaw gun? Yeah, he owned Gears of War, so we booted it up whilst he was at work, and all I can remember is how in awe I was at how beautiful the game looked. I'd never seen anything like it in my life. I was so used to PlayStation 2's Shark Tale and the N64 Majora's Mask that when I saw the game, I immediately fell in love. The gritty realism of the world around you, the third-person cover system that I'd never experienced before, and the gore. My child mind, it loved the gore. Look at the head explode! But even at the young age of 7, I knew that I'd seen something special. Not just a game that was going to be a game I'd love for the next year or so, but a game that I was going to love forever. And to sort of commemorate how much I loved Gears of War and how much I do still love Gears of War, I got the logo tattooed on me. Now this was a time way before I was exposed to online gaming. So I don't really have any memories outside the split screen play I had with my friends, but what I do remember, more than anything, are me and my friends in the schoolyard splitting into 2 groups. We had the humans and the locusts, and we'd run around and pretend to pop each other's heads, you know, like you would in the game. And if nobody knew what Gears of War was, well, we'd invite them round that weekend and play it with them. And I think online play sort of taken this away from players over the years. It took the connection, you know, away from not just what they do in the game, but you know, in real life, you know, you don't meet up and play games as much because you can do it sitting on the couch now. But that's another conversation for another day, or maybe even another video. But even now, after 6 games, people are exposed to Gears of War in one way or another. Sure, the story started to drop off in terms of quality in the last few years, in my opinion, and the characters aren't as memorable as they once were, but that's to be expected. Gears of War's original cast was some of gaming's best, whether it was Marcus's hard-as-nails military persona, Dom's caring yet hot-headed tendencies, or Baird and Cole just being, well, Baird and Cole. Everyone liked at least one character in the game that they played as, and I don't think the protagonists of the new Gears of War games have the same sort of attraction, and that's sad. That's real sad because it's a lot of wasted potential. It's took over 10 years to build up what the game's got. I mean, obviously you still see Marcus in the newer games, you still see some of the other characters, and I think it's good that they're continuing the stories, but at the same time I think they're kind of running it a bit stagnant. They need to do a big overhaul of the game, I think, over the next few years or so, but it doesn't take away the memories I've got from the first Gears of War games all those years ago, and I hope that you guys have got plenty of memories of Gears of War games too. I've been GilloBoiJr. This has only been a short video, but thank you for watching. Hello, welcome to the end slate. This is where I talk to you about probably another video. Well, if you're excited for Halo Infinite, good, because so am I. So why not go and check out my most recent video where I discussed what kind of game I think Halo Infinite's gonna be. If not, thanks for giving me this amount of your time already, and thank you for watching.